Hi there, my name's Mike Montgomerie and I'm standing for directorship with Ballance Agri-Nutrients. We're here on my 400 cow dairy farm on a beautiful August day. We're on the hills south of Cambridge. It's actually a slightly tough farm, but it's mine and I really love it. Now I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself, give you a few thoughts on why I think I would make a good director. This kind of level of self-promotion doesn't exactly come naturally, as I'm sure many of you farmers out there can imagine, so please forgive me. I graduated with a law degree with honours from University of Otago back in the 90s. Following that, I went and worked at Ballance Agri-Nutrients, which is one of New Zealand's big law firms in Wellington. There we acted for mostly bigger corporate clients. I did a lot of work for BNZ and Caltex. I was there for 3 years before the love of the land drew me home to the family farm, which was here at Cambridge. I started out there as a lower order share milker and slowly built my way up through the share milking ranks and leasing farms down the road and so on until I achieved ownership of this farm. Now, at our biggest, we had this farm. We had a 500 cow farm the other side of Cambridge, and I had a water filtration business in Hamilton called Waikato Filtration Services. 2 or 3 years ago, I set about a deliberate strategy of downsizing till I had just this one farm left, which is now run by a share milker. And that was in order to free me up to give me the time to hopefully pursue a second career, hopefully in rural governance. Now, I've had a couple of governance roles. I was chairman of Tamihiri School for a period of 4 years, and I've been a trustee of the Ecological Island Trust. These experiences gave me a start in governance. Since then, I've been preparing myself for bigger governance roles in a couple of ways. I've been on Fonterra's governance development program. I'm in the final stages of that, and we finish that in a couple of months. And I've also returned to university. I'm a student at the University of Waikato. I'm just about to complete my Masters in Law. I've been doing this studying the big issues that are facing farmers and growers in New Zealand, such as domestic and international environmental law. So why do I think I'd make a good director? Well, in the past, I've done well in a board setting. I've got an inquiring mind, I read widely, I can ask questions as appropriate, but I do it in a way that doesn't upset people or aggravate my fellow board members. I think I've got a naturally strategic way of looking at things, which is really important for a director. And I can keep my eyes out of the day-to-day business issues, looking wider, looking further down the track at the kind of things that could be coming on the horizon that we need to be thinking about. I think our rural cooperatives, such as Ballance Agri-Nutrients, are really fantastic assets for us as farmers, and we need to nurture them. I've probably been a little bit guilty myself in the past of not always voting in these things, but I'd really ask you all to get out there and vote, exercise your democratic rights. The governance of these organisations is very important, and if we can have excellence at governance level, that will filter down through the organisation and hopefully provide excellence of outcomes the whole way. I think balance is an incredibly important part of all of our businesses. It's a fast-changing world. I mean, everyone always says that everything's changing and everything always has changed. I agree with that. But looking ahead, it does appear that things aren't going to get any easier for us in the primary sector in New Zealand. There are issues and pressures building around the world, and how we negotiate them is going to determine our success as farmers and growers in the future. And balance has a really important role to play in that. It's important that secure supply lines of the products that we need are maintained. It's important that the level of service provided by Ballance is maintained, and the kind of innovation that keeps New Zealand farmers and growers at the forefront of the primary sector worldwide. Ballance has a huge role there. It's been doing well and it needs to continue to do so. So look, I encourage you all to exercise your right to vote. Hopefully vote for me. I want to devote the second half of my life to governance of the rural sector. I've been preparing myself for this and I would really appreciate the opportunity to take this step up. Thanks very much. All the best. Thanks for listening to me.